So with us getting the shadow event a couple days ago here in Black Ops 6, we did get a brand new conversion kit or brand new attachment. It's called the binary trigger. It is a kit here for the Tanto 22 SMG. It says it converts a weapon primary fire mode to a semi-automatic and adds binary trigger functionality, allowing a bullet to fire when the trigger is pulled and when the trigger is released. Blocks barrel and also blocks your under barrel attachment. This was also a conversion kit or a fire mod back in Modern Warfare 3 last year, but for a pistol in that game, but they brought it back here for a SMG in this game. Before we do use this brand new conversion kit, I want you guys to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. I want you guys to comment down below your thoughts here on this brand new attachment here in Black Ops 6. Let's use this brand new conversion kit. All right, so we have our binary trigger here for the Tanto 22 SMG. Well, I'm pretty sure this is basically like a conversion kit or fire mod, whatever you truly want to sit here and call these kits for this weapon, or just for this game, I should say, because this obviously just isn't a regular conversion kit because they don't call it conversion kits. So basically with the binary trigger is basically you have the ability to shoot every single time. So basically obviously when you hold it down you shoot, whenever you let it go it does shoot as well. So no matter what you do with this weapon, you're constantly shooting every time the trigger is pressed or whenever the trigger button is released. We've had something like this back in Modern Warfare 3 last year for the pistol, whatever pistol that was back in the game last year. There was an actual conversion kit that basically made it a binary trigger, and it was okay. It personally wasn't my favorite because I feel like whenever you kind of use like binary triggers, it kind of gives them like a lot of recoil. It makes it very hard to even hit a bullet with it, in my personal opinion. So me using this thing right now on here is kind of giving me, I'm just using it with like a grain of salt because, you know, I'm kind of just expecting that kind of vibe from it, which I'm already kind of getting for it. But right there I just killed it insanely quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm pretty sure this trigger doesn't hurt like the weapon's damage whatsoever, which is kind of good because the Tanto is absolutely just insane in this game. It actually does kill insanely quick, and this is one of the better SMGs here in Black Ops 6, so I guess it kind of makes sense to have this on here. But all in all, it definitely does kind of feel weird to use this thing because usually tapping these guns aren't even my cup of tea. Tap guns just never has been my thing. Even I was using the FAL for my last video, it wasn't a good experience. Just tap guns, no matter what type of vibe it is, it just doesn't mix well with me personally. But oh my gosh, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh my, I'm head tapping people. Jesus Christ. No. So obviously we did unlock this attachment or this, I guess, conversion kit in this new event that came out called the Shadow Hunt event, which is basically just like a challenge event, which it wasn't too bad whatsoever. You just unlock a couple challenges and you get some rewards throughout it, but the main goal or the main reward was the new assault rifle or the new marksman rifle. Once I seen this in there, I was like, okay, I definitely can't wait to use this thing because I'm actually very hyped. So I'm gonna add these operator mods or these just, I guess, fire rate mods, because they, like I said before, they really aren't regular conversion kits. They don't change the gun too much. Downside of using things is the simple fact that it takes away the option to have a barrel and I think a underbarrel. I think it was. I'm not too sure about the underbarrel part, but I know about the barrel part is 100% for sure. It takes away the whole barrel, so you can't even put a barrel on this weapon. I don't think this kit actually gives you any sort of like damage range or any sort of like bonuses in terms of range, so that's kind of unfortunate for them to take that away, especially because it's not an actual conversion kit itself. It's just a fire rate mod, so I think they definitely need to switch up how they do this thing, because if it's gonna be a conversion kit, then it should be a conversion kit. It's not a real conversion kit, because usually the conversion kits take away certain attachment slots. These aren't like those at all. These are just basically fire rate mods, so they definitely need to have it to where the mods don't take away anything, because you basically just handicap my gun and I basically can't put anything on it to help it at all anymore. You kind of need a barrel on this thing because it's obviously it's an SMG. When a barrel on your sub to, you know, give it more range, but this fire rate mod just completely just flipped that all around and just basically made the Tanto just a base mod with just a little burst sort of SMG kind of vibe to it, which obviously I'm not complaining about it, but I definitely would prefer a barrel on it to give it a lot more range. I just kind of personally feel like they need to bring back the whole operator mod vibe and feeling to the game, because these mods that they're doing, these fire rate mods, I'm gonna be honest, they just simply aren't enough. They've never been enough ever since they added the first couple ones, where they basically added like the burst. I think it was a burst for the XM4 and the burst for the compact SMG. Like the mods just, there's not enough to go from conversion kits to make the kits, you know, make the gun absolutely just unique. Sometimes it'll make the gun absolutely horrible, but I'll take that over what we have now. But the kits, you know, made the gun absolutely unique. It converted certain guns to like like certain forms that it probably normally wouldn't have been, or just, you know, it just made the game and just made the gun a lot more unique, and it basically added us another gun to the game, you know, and it gives you more variety of how you want to use that sort of weapon. Obviously these mods do the same thing in this game too, but it doesn't hit the same, it doesn't feel the same, especially because we don't get them on a consistent base how we got the operating mods last year, or the conversion kits last year, because we got one literally every single week. For this game, we're only getting them in the events, and that definitely does suck because we don't get events at a consistent rate at all, which obviously, because it is a event, that part does make sense. So I think what they have to do is absolutely just take these mods out the event and then just add them, you know, at a consistent rate, and just add some, you know, new dope stuff to the game. Just completely just converting and changing these guns, because conversion kits were some of the best things ever. And I know they said in the beginning that they were going to do like their own little versions of operating mods, and if this is like their version, then this is absolutely terrible. I'm gonna be honest, especially with them coming off of Black Ops 4 and what they did in Black Ops 4, and the operator mods they had in BO4 were absolutely just beautiful. So for them to go from that to this is absolutely just, it's so bad. In my personal opinion, it's one of the biggest like downfalls and the biggest letdowns of just history. Oh my gosh, because they definitely failed us and definitely didn't do us justice at all with these sort of kits. So no.
Assaulting drone. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Jesus.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
Requesting recon overhead. Ready to commence overflight.
Data feed.
Tanto on mission. Gathering image.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint located.
Halfway point.
You can't hardpoint locked down. That's a kill. Troops in contact. Where?
Dude.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Stay there.
Oh my god. Alright, so I was checking through the cons and like the pros and cons of like just putting this trigger on your weapon. The only con is basically them saying that you basically put it to the binary trigger. That's literally it. So the fact that it takes away a barrel attachment is absolutely insane, because you don't gain, you know, the effects of a barrel from putting this trigger on, and you also lose the under barrel attachment, which I did confirm, which for some odd reason I don't know why, because you kind of need the under barrel attachment because the recoil control is absolutely just horrid on this thing. That's what I was talking about earlier with the whole binary triggers and their recoil control just being absolutely terrible, because for some odd reason that's just how it is. Now obviously I'm going to assume it's because you constantly are just shooting your weapon, so I guess it does make sense, but it's also one of those things where it's like it kind of really doesn't make sense to me. So definitely whenever you do plan on using this thing, I would definitely just, you know, build this class out just basically just strictly around recoil control, because you need so much recoil control on this weapon, or it's just absolutely just unusable. That's why I literally have a sight on it as well too, because the Tanto doesn't have the best iron sight anyway, and you know, putting this trigger on it and having so much recoil is one of those things that just definitely doesn't help. So it's kind of annoying what this trigger actually does in terms of it taking away an absolute your barrel attachment. It actually like irritated me, because it's like, seriously, I'm actually gonna use my war machine here, because why not? So why not? I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm absolutely just not confident with this gun at all, I'm gonna be honest. Whenever they get like up close to me, like in my face, confidence is absolutely just negative. I just think they need to revamp this whole conversion kit thing they're doing in this game. It needs to go. I'm gonna be honest. This fire rate mod thing is not what we had in mind in terms of the conversion kits for this year. Like, obviously do them. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously make them look cool, make them look dope, and, you know, have, you know, some insane new fire rate type of mods to your guns, of course. To do that with a mix of, you know, actual real conversion kits, so like, you know, you can make this into like an AR, you know, or you basically make this into like an LMG, or like, you know, just little stuff like that, or just, I don't know, cool stuff like that, man. Oh my god, I'm on the street. We literally had a sniper in the game last year that shot explosive bullets out of it. Basically had a pistol that turned into a legitimately whole SMG. You had an LMG that basically turned into like an AR because it had like some insane amount of mobility to it. Yeah, also had an AR that basically converted into an SMG. Like, we had cool stuff like that and stuff like that into the game, to where basically made the gun completely different and just changed the whole just essence and I guess like the aura of the gun. You know, so basically whenever you do put on your conversion kit, you basically feel like it's a whole different gun and not just basically the same thing. I got my nuke, or I got a nuke, I should say. I wasn't even going for a nuke, but my teammate went crazy with his harp too, so I'm actually not mad about that. No. Like, the mods this year, they basically just feel like you're putting on the same gun over and over again. It just doesn't feel like anything changes. Obviously it does change, but you still feel like you're still using the same base weapon, and me personally, it just doesn't bring the hype to these mods anymore. Like I said before, they have to definitely change something for surely, or just completely just, I guess, not scrap it, but just either, you know, add the camos to the game in terms of like the events, or just change up how they're doing these operating mods, because it's not looking good right now, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I didn't mean to grab him, but this is my first time ever doing this, so we're gonna do it. Come on, and it's one here. All right, that was a fail. Right now, I just feel like people don't really care about these mods at all anymore, or just in general. I think once they got the first taste of the couple first mods they added into the game, they realized, okay, this isn't like Modern Warfare 3 last year, and obviously it's not gonna be the exact same, but they're not conversion kits at all. Like, they're just, I guess, fire rate types. That's the best way you could put it. And it's like no one wants fire rate types. I'm gonna be honest. It's not looking good. It's not looking well for them whatsoever, in my personal opinion. And I don't know what's the next event we're gonna have. The next event probably be with season 2 reloaded, so that'll probably be the next time we actually even see, like, I guess like a temptation of an operating mod, or a temptation of a fire rate mod. Granted, I'm pretty sure if you look at the roadmap for season 2, I think we got every operating mod in the game, right? We got the crossbow already, we got this binary trigger, we got the full auto mod. I think there might be one more left, but if there isn't, then that's basically everything in terms of conversion kits for this season. Either that, or they have like more in store, to where they basically just didn't show everything. I'm pretty sure on the roadmap it might have said, like, might have listed the operating mods, and they probably said like more. I can't even really tell you off the top of my head, but I'm hoping and praying there's still different mods they're gonna add into the game with season 2. I should say, I know they do it throughout the year, but I'm talking about with season 2 so far. I think season 2 reloaded might be next week or the week after. You know, honestly, God, I can't even tell you like what's coming with season 2 reloaded, whether it's like what the guns are. I have to call this nuking. No, I didn't get to call my nuking. No, I just peeped it. Damn.
All units prepare for
But that is enough Black Ops 6 for me today. Here, honestly, this trigger was pretty fun to use. Honestly, I kind of really don't like tap guns and stuff like that, but this is what I was using on the weapon, and literally get rid of your underbarrel and your barrel, which I think is kind of stupid. But honestly, the binary trigger is definitely fun to use. But like I said before, if you are going to use it, definitely build a class around it so it can actually be controllable, and you can actually hit your bullets whenever you do use this weapon. But if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and channel if you guys are brand new. I'll see you guys in the next one.